So Kamala Harris has chosen a running mate in the person of Tim Walz, who is a governor of Minnesota. He is one of the three leading contenders to be picked. And now she's chosen that. It's interesting what's going on. The guy is an interesting character per se. It looks, they call him a happy warrior because he's often found going around, always with a smile on his face, laughing while he's having chat. But he's also a cheeky guy because from what they are saying now, he's the guy that brought this idea of labeling Republicans and Trump and his team as weird, and which is caught on now in the populace, and Kamala is also using that. And Trump and his VP, J.D. Vance, don't like being called weird. And of course, nobody likes being called weird, but some of the things they've said are quite, I will agree, weird. So, Tim Walz is 60 years old. So that's interesting because Kamala is speaking at 60 years old and she is 59, going to be 60 very soon, and she's choosing someone in that mind frame and the kind of that age bracket. That lowers the age bracket of the president and the vice, because you look at Trump, he's 78 going to 79, and now they've come down a bit more, in the younger space. When you look at the age choice, the 60, 59, that's good experience of that age, and as a governor, also being from military background, from teaching, coaching, sports, fun, farming. There are pictures of him carrying pigs, which I find interesting, and also the issue of that he was the one that started first using this term as weird to describe Republican policies in recent times under Donald Trump. And of course, Trump and his vice president, J.D. Vance, don't like the idea of being referred to as weird, and you can see them pushing back on that. And we'll see how that plays out coming in future. But also the people we are looking at who Kamala will pick as his VP, this obviously seems to be on the side of who she thinks she can work well with, where there will not be a lot of personality clashes, so that they can be on board. But also, if the man is also very skilled in navigating the Republican base, because he won Senate position and also governor governor of a state, Minnesota, that's kind of leans towards Republican sometimes, and he navigates that Midwestern part of the U.S. Skillfully. So he might be able to do that. As against the choice, we are narrowed down to three: the Josh Shapiro, the Mark Kelly, the former astronaut, and Tim Walz. So she's gone with Tim Walz. So that's interesting. If he is the person that came about with the idea of labeling Republicans as weird, and he also has a way to convince Republicans to democratic views, also knows how to let Democrats speak to Republican voting or leaning people, then that makes it interesting. It's also, I dread to see the dragging and the mudslinging that happen in the U.S. politics, because what we've seen so far with Harris coming in as the presidential front runner for the Democrats is they're trying to throw all sorts of mud, all sorts of dirt at her, coming after her for her ethnicity, for not having a child, catless childless cat ladies, according to the Vice VP pick, J.D. Vance, and trying to find all sorts of things to throw at her. I would hate to see that happen with this Tim Walz, but that's very, very likely going to be what they'll be looking to do, to steal some of his, turn down some of his sunshine from people supporting this presidential pick, which is a bit of a shame. I think the discussion should be based on the person's records in terms of economy, in terms of security, policing, in terms of his policies, mostly economic policies, and what he's achieved in the past and his experiences. That should be the focus of the conversation, not looking to castigate people, really. So I'll be looking to see what Democrats are saying about this, which people seem a bit surprised that she's gone with this Governor Tim Walz, knowing that Democrats will likely win his state anyway. People were thinking that he will go with other states which are more battleground states, but she's gone with someone she thinks, I think we gel, we vibe, we can work together. I can work together with this person. And later today, I believe she's been having a campaign in Philadelphia where she will be presenting her vice presidential nominee. We'll be looking out for that and to present that to you guys. So you tell me what you think would be the biggest mudslinging that will go on in the Republicans, which unfortunately is very, very likely going to happen. And what do you think that this choice will make or add to the Harris, ticket already? That's, they have this win, they are leading in most of the polls. How will it affect the running of their campaign to the election date? Is it the kind of person that can pull everybody together and get Harris to cross the line? Of course, his race, his age, he's not tied to any, so far anyway, tied to any particular policy that people will go, oh, that's not great. He's a family guy, he's a happy guy, they call him Happy Warrior, and also with a twist of knowing how to, get under people's skins, which he's already done, calling Republicans weird. So I'll be looking forward to seeing how this progresses and what this impacts on the polls that already shows that Harris is leading. Also interesting to see that Trump is crying foul all of a sudden about the polls, saying, releasing messages, press release that is false, is manipulated, the recent polls. But when he was leading, he himself came out and said this.
Will you commit tonight to debating Kamala
So I
Harris?
like debating. I like debating. I've done a lot of debates, and I've won the debates. I think they say I won the election because of that. I don't mind. They were pushing for this early debate. I said, why do we want to do an early debate? It didn't make sense to me. It turned out I was right, but for the wrong reasons, right? I want to do a debate, but I also can say this. Everybody knows who I am, and now people know who she is. She's a radical left lunatic. She'll destroy our country. She wants open borders.
Then why not debate her?
Well, wait. But because they already know everything. She wants to defund our police. She wants no bail. She wants no cash. You kill somebody and we're going to release you immediately. They call it cashless. Where she is, she wants high taxes.
Well, they're going to say you're afraid of debating her. That's what they're going to say.
Well, they said that with Biden, too. I was afraid. I did great with Biden, and I did great in every debate. I've had a lot of debates.
But you're winning on all the issues,
But,
right?
I'm leading in the polls by, I think, a lot. I don't know. I hear different numbers. But I'm leading in all of the polls. I'm leading big in all of the swing states. And I say this. The answer is yes, I'll probably end up debating. I think, actually, the debate should take place before that. I can also make a case for not doing it. Also, I don't like rewarding fake news. I don't like rewarding the people that have been up. They're going to make tens of millions of dollars with this debate. I don't like ABC. I think it's a terrible, terrible outfit. I don't like that ABC is going to get rich. George Slopadopoulos, as I call him. I don't like it's such. I mean, these are such bad people. I don't like that ABC is going to get rich. I don't like, and I will say something that when CNN did the last one, they were very fair. They were
that the polls are showing that Kamala is topping, and they are releasing this type of press releases. It's interesting how anytime, any place becomes one specific time, one specific safe space. I'll be there on September 10th, like he agreed to. I hope to see him there. I saw something which I want to share with you. Look at that. So look at what I saw today. Well, this is Trump's ideology, according to this writing. The election is rigged unless I win. The news is fake unless it's flattering. Everything is a hoax unless I tweet it. Nepotism is bad unless it's my family. I'm rich, but you can't see my taxes. I'm smart, but you can't see my grade. I'm a patriot, but I dodged the draft. I'm successful, but my business fails. My staff is the best until I fire them. I'm innocent, but I refuse to testify. Interesting. Basically, if he's winning, then everything is all right. But if he's losing, then it's rigged. You know, everybody knows this is Trump's game. So he's done this. When his ratings are high and doing well, then yes, he's doing it. But when his ratings, go south, then it's all rigged. Interesting character Trump is. And yeah, so anyway, this video is about the VP choice of Kamala Harris. He looks like a decent man. He looks like his background, at least US like their military, so it's interesting to see, because he has a military background, if that plugs the gap that Harris may have in terms of the commander-in-chief, having someone in the military that speaks that language. That would be interesting to see how it plays into the dynamics going forward. So you tell me what you think. Is it going to be like, is it a great pick? Is it a great choice? People in Minnesota, if you see this video, drop us a message and tell us what you think of him. Is he performing well? Right now, I can see from the economic indices that Minnesota is ranked 22nd in the U.S. economy, with decent economic growth forecasts going to this year to next year and to 2027. In terms of population, about 5.7 million people, ranked about the 22nd most populous state in the US, but economy-wise around about 20th, which is a bit higher than there, which shows that so far so good. But there are so many other things that go into being a good governor, apart from the economic position of the state. So if you are in Minnesota, if you're US, you know the state very well, you know Tim Walz very well. Leave us a comment and say what you think that he will bring to this ticket if he is presented later today in the rally. All right, see you in the next video, and we'll keep watching and seeing how he progresses. Cheers. Unbiased Bias, we're presenting news and reactions to what's happening around the world from an unbiased perspective. But of course, we know everybody says I'm not biased, but we all have our biases. This is Unbiased Bias. Cheers.